That's because you weren't paying attention.
I wonder what one of my flies that don't work is on.
On the egg.
Oh, it came off.
Oh, well, we'll never know because you don't know how to let them run. So everything that you did right there was that you listened to your guide. It's on the egg.
Hi everybody, Kevin Kay. I'm here with Luke Geraty, and we've got a quick river report for you about the Lower Sacramento. So Luke and I just got off the Lower Sac. We decided to go out fishing today. And I would say that out of all the days we've done recently, this was the slowest day. When we go fishing, it was the slowest day we've had in quite a while. It's been fairly consistent. Luke and I have both been out quite a bit. And I know you've had some amazing days lately, huh?
Yeah, I've had really good days. I've had some, I'd say, good days, great days, average days, excellent days, good days.
Oh, yeah, that about covers it.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say mine have been pretty consistent. Not crazy spring fishing yet, but it's, decent and fairly steady all day. The water's still super low. It's still just a little over 3,000 CFS. We haven't seen any forecast about it coming up. Yeah, today was just one of those days. It wasn't great. We caught fish, and near the end of the day, ran into a spot where there were a bunch of fish rising, and we had some fun there.
We hooked, I think, 11 to 12 fish in like 15 minutes.
How many did we land?
On dry flies. I landed one.
Right. There we go. That's more realistic. But we were getting a bunch of dry fly eats. It was sort of cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just varies depending upon time of day and where you're at.
Yeah. So let's talk about what the fish are eating. So you've been doing well on yellow eggs.
If I didn't have a yellow egg on, I wouldn't be catching anything.
Yeah, rubber legs are still...
I can't catch a fish on a buck.
Yeah, you still have a rubber legs on though.
Oh, I do. Yeah, always. Yep. But yeah, I mean, that's all they've been eating for me.
Yeah.
And it varies. You talk to the guy next to you in another boat, and it's totally different. So.
Yeah. But I have noticed though the different variations of yellow eggs have actually made a difference.
Yeah.
But we've also been catching fish on BWOs. All the little Perdigons are working. I also had a couple. I actually had like 3 or 4 hours where we saw PMD start rising, threw on some PMD nymphs, and just crushed on PMDs. A lot of caddis around though. Yeah. There's a lot of caddis been. I haven't seen as many black caddis though yet.
No. Today we saw nothing but just millions of midges.
Yeah. Yep. I did throw on a WD-40. Got shut down on that.
Yeah.
Size 200. didn't work.
No. Lots of things didn't work today.
Yeah, that's true. So,
yeah.
But the fishing's been really pretty consistent, I'd say.
Yeah.
As far as the spring, like you're saying, it's not spring fishing, but I think what's really cool is we're at Jelly's Ferry right now, and so we've got from Redding down to Red Bluff, which is 40 miles or so of river to cover. So if you want to go up top and fish at the Sundial Bridge, now's the time to book that trip because that closes on April 1st. Yeah, April 1st that's closed, and then we can't fish that until August 1st. But that's if you can't get out until April, that's fine too because the fishing's really great. You can fish all the way down to Red Bluff though and catch trout.
Yeah, so. It's just that 1.5 miles up top that's closed.
Yeah, 44.
Yeah, down to 44.
Down to 44. Yeah. So. Hey, one thing we want to mention for anybody going fishing is to watch out for spawning fish. I think last weekend I was out on a Saturday and I watched somebody, they probably didn't know, I hope. I saw him drop anchor on the reds right at Posse Ground Riffle and rake about 15 fish in.
Yeah.
There's a couple reasons why you don't want to do that. Number one, what's the number one reason why you don't want to do that?
Well, they're reproducing. You don't want to interfere with that process.
They are having romantic moments, and just imagine what it would be like for you. So Yeah. So.
Yeah, the trout tend to spawn a lot of the times in the same water that the salmon spawn in. There's sort of ready-made water for them there that's conducive to spawning. So we pretty much avoid fishing in the salmon reds this time of year because there's probably spawning trout in there. You know, and I remember when I was uneducated about that and didn't know it was uncool to fish for spawning trout. But yeah, if
a lot of people do it.
See if you can see trout in shallow water this time of year, they're spawning. So don't fish.
If you see 50 rainbow trout right there and they bite your fly on every cast, that's a good indication.
Yeah, those are spawners.
Yeah, so you know, it's just the ethics of it. You want to let those things reproduce. You know, and it's obviously not, you know, some people just don't know. But if you don't know, now you know. And if you know, if you're out there, just be careful about that too, because those trout are really, you know, they need to be taken care of if you do hook one, because everybody hooks a spawning fish here and there.
Yeah, that's unavoidable. But you can tell when you get a really skinny fish that he's sort of spawned out, hasn't been eating a lot, and is sort of in a weakened condition. So it's
if it doesn't have a tail.
Yeah, that's another indication.
That's also it's not good. Don't hold that one up. Let it go.
Yeah.
So forecast though, the weather is improving. There's going to be more and more sun, and I think that'll bring out more and more caddis. And the more and more caddis we have, the more PMDs we have, and the fishing's just going to get better and better.
Yeah.
So I think you know, today we had a little bit of time to fish for dry flies. So that's something I'd like to mention, is that, you know, we don't have to just do bobber trips all day long. In fact, you know, depending on where we're floating at, we can kind of customize that trip to have a little bit of dry fly action. You can also do dry dropper. If you pay attention to any of our videos, you'll know Josh James and Brian Coleman both do a lot of trout spay stuff. And so you can get out and do some trout spay with one of those guys.
Yep.
They're excellent guides for that. And then we have the Upper Sac, the McLeod soon. There's a lot of options to fish, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, all right, well, good day. We got out.
Yep.
We didn't sink the boat.
No, nobody died.
Nobody died.
Good day.
Yeah. All right. So, hey, hit us up at confluenceoutfitters.com. You can also follow us on social media, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And it helps us if you like and share these videos too. That really help us out. So we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Take care.